I'm heading to the Shark Hanlon yard in County Carlow for another IrishRacing.com stable tour. I'm really looking forward to seeing the setup down there. It's a yard that's had some great successes this year, winning the Galway Plate with Hewick and then going on to win the American Grand National. I know since then Shark has been very busy at the sales, getting some new horses into the yard, so I'm really looking forward to seeing maybe some stars of the future as well as getting a few stories from the past.
Fire.
So John, thanks a million for having me down here. It's been a whirlwind few weeks for the yard.
Yeah, we're after having an unreal time. So we are there from the whole year, as a matter of fact. Like you'd never, from a Dorman National to a Bet 365 to a Galway Plate to nearly a Listowel and go to America then and finish off in America, which is just something that you dream of.
Having a horse like you, it must make it easier to get out of bed in the mornings when things mightn't be going too well.
I tell you, it's hard to go to bed any morning, but when you have Hewick and Hewick and Sky Ace and a few of these young horses coming along, it makes life worth living. So it does. Like, we have an awful lot of young horses for the summer for next year. We have a lot of new owners in, thanks be to God, and we have a good few American owners in, and it's a big help as well. So it is. But the like a Cape Gentleman coming there now. This week for an English national, we could end up with maybe 2 in it.
And for Hewick to win the Whitbread at Sandown, but did you think he'd go on and do what he did this season? Did he always seem that good to you?
He's improving the whole time. He's one horse that didn't get into himself until this year, and I'm just hoping that he stays improving for the next couple of months. And if he does, he'll be a little star.
And his performance in the Kerry National, that probably really put him in as a real Gold Cup contender, do you think?
Yeah, well, listen, everyone said we were going to the Kerry National. He couldn't win because of the weight. And he was given £18, I think, to the second and third. And that ended up winning and was second. So, like, it was a big performance out. It was a big performance out. It was probably his best run of the year, and he didn't win. And he's after winning 4 big ones for me. And his best run, he didn't win, but I think he would have had.
Went on to America then and gave you a few great weeks out in the sunshine with the owner TJ.
It was unreal. TJ came over. We spent a week in America, and to go over and win, for me, it was a great achievement. For the staff in the yard, for everyone, it gives everyone a big boost. So it does, and we got, in fairness to RTE, to everyone, they highlighted it very well. And I think it's good for Irish racing, because there's people coming up to me that I don't know, and they just come up to shake hands with you. Listen, we all watched the race, well done, and it's a big highlight. And then bringing him home, when he came home, there was spilling rain, and there was 400 people or 500 people below on the street in my own local, and then we had to bring him in for a drink.
And that's the thing, since he came back, he's really become kind of the people's horse of the country. He's drinking pints in the pub and going to the dogs to back a few winners maybe. That people get real enjoyment out of that as well,
Listen,
don't they?
there's a lot of people getting enjoyment out of the horse, and that's so important for my locality around here, that everyone around enjoys the horse, and they know anyone is welcome to come into my yard at any stage. And I think that's a big help too, so it is. But like, to have a horse like this lad is a dream horse, so he is. He's not a big horse, he's a crib buyer, but he's a good walker.
And he is the dream, because he keeps the dream alive for the small owner, smaller trainer. The cheap horse can go on and compete with the big lads in the big races.
Yeah, it's like, it gives every man a chance again. So there's, that he don't have to be costing 200,000 or 300,000 to go win a big race, to win a Galway Plate or a Bet 365 or American National. Like, it gives everyone a chance. And that syndicate I've set up there now for £1,000 all in, we're getting great response to it, because it's a dream, and it's everyone's dream, and 1,000 all in for a year is not going to rob anyone, and there's a lot of people getting it for presents for Christmas and stuff like that. So we're looking forward to this now. This is a new adventure for me again, to get a racing club going, and I just hope it works. I think it will. I think I have a couple of nice horses for it.
And Hewick will keep flying the flag for the rest of the year. He's out on a break at the moment, but is he going to go straight to the Gold Cup, or will he get a one in between?
He's after doing very well since he was let off. He's bobbing TJs and in the owners, And he just said yesterday, he rang me yesterday, my God, he said he's in some form. He said, I'm out. He brings him in at night and lets him out during the day. And he got down and rolled yesterday. He said, I went off with his 2 legs up in the sky. I'll have him back here probably the end of December. We'll put him on the walker for a week or 10 days and we'll start riding him out. And we'll see how quick he comes. He usually comes quick. He's not a big, heavy horse, hard horse to train. And I'm hoping to go straight to Cheltenham with him. If I have to give him a run, I will, but I don't think it's likely at this stage.
And he looks like a horse who could even really suit the English national the way the race has gone in the last few years. Kind of like a smaller horse even.
Yeah, no, he it's definitely on the agenda. He'll go for a Gold Cup, or I'm going to enter him in the Stayers hurl as well, because that end of the job don't seem to be that strong this year, and but it's a Gold Cup that we want to go for, and the owner wants to go for the Gold Cup. So and like, I know a lot of things can go wrong between here and there, and go wrong with my horse between here and there, but the only difference is that my lad won't have to run. He'll probably go straight there. So with a bit of luck, we'll be in Cheltenham, and I think we'll have plenty of sport behind us. And
just your own background as a trainer, you started off cattle dealing. I think that was your family business. How did you make the transition into horses then?
Here where you are, my grandfather came out of here, and he was a cattle dealer, and my father was a cattle dealer, and we went on. We were neighbours of Mullins's here, so I remember having a horse in share, a horse with George Mullins when I was only 18 or 19. There was a few of us involved in, and I hung around with the lads, with Tony and Tom and the whole lot of them. And where we are around here, there's more horses than cattle. And then I met Rachel, my partner, and she's a daughter of Ronnie O'Neill's that has the Stannons. And she was mad into the horses. She worked in Tony Mullins's, and we our first horse, we trained a winner. It was one horse in a stable with a pallet across it, and blowing Donald Fogarty's gallop. And we went from there. And then when you have one, you want two, and you have two, you want three. And we were lucky enough that we started with a few good owners. Barry Conlon was very, very good to me when I started. The Lord of Mercy and Tony Durkin, he was very good to me when I started. Pierce Mead was very good to me. So like, I got a few nice owners, and we never spent an awful lot on horses, but we were lucky enough to get good horses.
And once you started training in your own right, it wasn't too long before the good horses started rolling in with the likes of Hidden Cyclone and Luskalad and a few others.
Yeah, we had Hidden Cyclone, Luskalad. I remember Trucker's Delight was one of my better horses when I started years ago. And Shamia was there. She was a right mare. I think she won 8 or 10 races for me. Western Leader was there. Darren Jan. We had a lot of good horses start. I suppose Luskalad was very good as well. So he was. He won a lot of races. And then Hidden Cyclone came along, and every year you're hoping that you'll find one, and if you're lucky enough to have an owner to keep him, then like if I find one myself, he's gone, because to keep the yard going, to keep my business going, I have to keep selling. And like the Pint of Pints, I'd have 10 or 12 horses here for Pint of Pints, but they're all for sale, and I never had an owner to give me enough. Like if I had Posh Trish here, and we sold her, and she went on and won graded races and that for Paul Nichols. But like we never have owners to keep the horses. But maybe now we might be able to get an owner who had a good horse to keep them. But listen, they're all going to be for sale anyway. So, and if they stay, they stay. If they go, they go. The only way I can keep my head over water is to keep selling a few horses.
And kind of probably your biggest attribute all through the years has been able to pick out a cheap horse at the sales and bring him to kind of the higher level of racing. What is it you look for when you're buying those horses at the kind of lower prices? Any sires or particularly you look out for?
Never like really. Sires and me, I don't really go for sires. When I go to buy a store horse, I could be going around with no catalogue in my hand, and then when we pick out 3 or 4, I'd open the catalogue, and if there was a sire that I didn't like, I wouldn't buy that horse. But most sires, I won't knock any sire. How can I with Hewick by Virtual? No one would buy a Virtual. Like he was bought for 800 quid in Gorse Bridge, and the horse don't know how he's by.
That's very true. And maybe another thing that people might know, well, plenty of stars passed through the yard, but maybe none more so than Rachel Blackmore. You gave her her first go in the game.
Yeah, listen, it was great. Rachel was very good to me. Brian Hayes started here. Conor Farrell started here. We had Martin Harley here for a while when he was in Jim Bulger's. There's a lot of good riders after going through the yard, and but Rachel was the king, I suppose, of the whole of them. We gave her her first chance and she took it, and thanks be to God she's after staying safe there, and she's a lovely person, a great personality to her. She talked to anyone. I see her there with kids at the races every day. You go racing, just someone wants to take a photo with her, and there's always a smile on her face.
It must give you a great kick seeing how far she's gone, knowing how hard she worked to get there.
It definitely did. Like, she was a girl that wasn't afraid of work. When she was here, she was working here. Then she was in college, and she used to do the college in the night time, and she'd still be first thing in the morning. You know, I just one little story I can never forget. We were going racing one day, myself and Rachel, and she landed racing, and she said to me when she landed racing, she was kind of getting into the summer, and she said, I was passing by the main road, she says, and there was 2 or 3 or 4 horses with rugs on them, and it was after getting very warm. She went in and took the rugs off the horses on the way to the races. Like, that's just a little story. That's her. That's the kind of a person she is. She always thinks of everything. She has her head well screwed on.
Another rising star in the yard, probably Paddy, your son, coming through the flapping scene. He's making a bit of a name for himself now.
Yeah, it's great. Paddy is after having a great year, so he is. It was an unreal year. He won a Dingle Derby. He won went to Scotland, won the Scottish Championship. No Irish jockey has ever done it before, and he's only 15, and he's going to be big. I suppose he's not going to be ahead forever, so he's not, because weight will probably get to him, but he'll get a few years out of it, and he's riding well. I have him at that end of the job, and I have Sean at the social end of the job. So I'm lucky the 2 boys are interested in the horses, and it's great to have them here with us. And down the road, hopefully the 2 boys get on well together and they can work together, because Sean will be very good at socialising with the people, and Paddy will be a good horseman. So hopefully they stay going ahead.
It's great to have lads involved. It must make everything even sweeter when you get the big wins like in America. But is there any race maybe this year you'd particularly like to win and bring back to the yard?
I'd love to win an English National. I suppose that's the next one that you'd like. I'd have to go back to Listowel and bring the one out of Listowel again. We won it when we started here with Alphabet for American owner, and I'd love to go back to Listowel and take that out of it again, so I would. But listen, every race you win is a bonus, because you never know what's around the corner.
Very good. Thanks very much, Shark, and best of luck for the rest of the year.
Well done, thank you.
So, Cape Gentleman, a new acquisition to the yard?
Yeah, a new horse to the yard, American owner. I was just maybe a bit lucky. The person that bought him rang looking to buy Hewick, and he wasn't for sale, and asked me were there a good horse around. He wants him for an English National, and he has to get qualified still. He has to get placed over 3 mile, but I think he'll have no problem in doing that. And I rang Emma Mullins, and Emma said, yeah, the owner's probably be a seller. So we went and we had a deal, and he only landed today. So the American owner is delighted to have him, and I'm delighted to have him in the yard. With a little bit of luck, he'll get a run over Christmas probably there. And the aim is the English National, because the people that owns him, their great-great-grandfather won the English National in 1923. So they wanted a runner 100 years later to have a box taken for 50 people. And that's the reason we got to buy him. And we keep him here for maybe 6 months or 12 months, and then he'll go on to America.
So there's a good story behind him going to the English National. He was a fairly high-class novice chaser. You're fairly hopeful of what he can do going forward in the new year.
He's a 150 chaser, so he should be able to get into the. When you're buying a horse for someone like that, you have to try and buy what suits the job, and he's going to get into the National, which is a big help. So it is, because not an awful lot of horses are as high rated as him. So with a little bit of luck now, we'll have a lot of fun with him.
So fireworks here. He's a dual winner on the flat, rated in the 80s.
Yeah, he's a dual winner on the flat, rated in this. He's a big horse again, as you can see, 16-2. Sold him to a man down in Abbeyfield, and I just think that he's going to make a lovely juvenile horse there to go hurling, chasing down the road. He's only a 4-year-old, and he's won twice. So I'm looking forward to this running now. I think that the most of the horses here are summer horses, but we'll give him a run or two, get him used to hurls, let him off, bring him back, and we'll have him back for the whole of the summer. So he's just a new horse there as well. It cost a few quid, but I'm looking forward to him again. He's a lovely big horse that's going to take a little bit of time. If he gets a break, I'd say he'll turn inside out from it, and we'll work from there.
He's not here too long, but you're happy with what you're seeing so far?
Very happy with what I'm seeing. He's only here. I bought a good few horses in Newmarket there in the horse and trend, and this is one of them again. So, and any of the horses that I bought, I went to the trainers and they all recommended them. So, I know a lot of the English trainers, and it's good when you know them. They'll tell you the truth. So, that's him again. Jerry Mullins from Abbeyfield owns him.
So here's Pallavi, a new horse from Jesse Harrington's yard?
Yeah, a new horse I bought out of Newmarket. As a matter of fact, I put this horse up. I was on last Sunday. I was on Nick Luke's program, and I put him up as a syndicate that I'm going to do. And he's a lovely big horse. He's 16.2 or 16.3, but he's I'm mad about him. He was placed in 2 bumpers, and he went and he was placed in twice on the flat, and he's going to go to Dundalk there on the 21st of November. I think he'll be a lovely national hunt horse, and we'll give him a couple of runs on the flat first and give him a little break and bring him back for the summer. I set up a syndicate or for only the other day, and I'm going to put 2 horses in it, himself and another horse that has 3 or 4 races won, and it's amazing what the response we're after getting. We have nearly 100 people got, and we didn't even advertise it yet. So we're going to maybe do a racing club that will put 3 or 4 horses in it, and we'll see how big it gets or how small it gets. What we're doing is £1,000 all in for the year for the 2 horses, and the 2 horses are costing to go to 60,000, and we're going to put roughly 100 people in it, and I think it's going to take off. So it is, because the £1,000 all in everyone seems to be anxious about it, so they do, and we're getting phone calls from England, from America, and Dubai. So we're only starting it up, and we have 2 lovely horses to start it, and this is one of them. I'm looking forward to this horse run in 3 weeks' time. I think he'll run a big race.
So there's a bit of a story behind this fella's owners?
Yeah, Fascinating Shadow. He's a horse. He's just been looking for me. He won his first time out for me in Dundalk, and then we went on and he won in Cork. And the people that owns him, they own the Diamond Dozen, which she was right mare. She won the game fine, and she got every bonus that was ever going in Ireland, and she got hurted, so we replaced her with this horse. So they're lucky owners, and it's very important so to have a lucky owner. There are four or five lads there from Dublin, and they love the race, and they love the game, and it was great that we were able to buy one to replace the other.
And he's been good so far. He's won a few races.
Yeah, he's only ran 3 or 4 times for me. He won first time out for me in Dundalk, and then he won in Cork. And the horse he beat of Joseph O'Brien went on and won 17 lengths next time out. So I think he'll be a lovely novice horse this evening. He wants a bit of nice ground. I brought him to Cheltenham for the novice race, but the ground just ended up too cut. It was the last day of the last race, and the ground was cut up and got soft, and it didn't suit him. But I'm not worried. We go to Leopardstown there at Christmas.
Leopardstown next.
Yeah.
Any plans later on in the season?
Listen,
see where it goes?
We'll see where it goes from there, but I think that he'll be a lovely horse, and to jump a hurl and maybe go jump a fence down the road. Sure.
Another new horse off the flat?
Yeah, Ivan Secret is lovely horse, this lad, very strong horse. He came out in Newmarket as well, cost a few quid. American man owns him now. He's running in Dundalk maybe next weekend, and I'm looking forward to this lad. He's a big, strong horse. If he stays to trip, he could be anting, so he could, because he's 86 or 87 or 88 on the flat. And I don't see any reason. We jumped him the other day, and he's a great jumper. So I don't see any reason that he won't stay the trip. He'll probably want good ground, all right. But I'm looking forward to this. I know this is one horse. He's after working with me twice since he came, and he seems to be very smart. The man that owns him, he's an American owner again, that just rang me looking for a horse, and I told him about 2 horses, and he took the 2 horses. So, and this was one of the 2. But this runs in Dundalk on Friday night, and I think he'll run a very big race. He has everything that you want in a horse. He's a great walking horse, and for some of them flat horses don't jump well, but this lad jumps like a buck. He's brilliant, so he is. So he's one of the most exciting horses in the yard, probably.
Is he probably one for hurdles sooner rather than later, or are you going to wait till the summer maybe?
I tell you, we'll give him a run on soft ground. He's never ran on soft ground, so we'll give him a run on soft ground and see how he gets on. And if the jockey comes in and says, listen, he wants better ground, we'll give him a break and bring him back for the whole summer. We have a nice team of horses for the summer here this year now. We're after extending into abundant horses there. I went to Newmarket, and between the 2 sales I bought 13 or 14 horses, and nice big horses that make lovely hurl horses.
Another one here, King's Commander.
Here's another horse, came out of Newmarket as well. King's Commander, a lovely big horse, so he is a new syndicate into him as well. He's a horse that he's rated 86 on the flat. I think he's only ran 4 or 5 times. He's a winner, and a big horse again that's going to I think he'll make a lovely hurl horse for the whole summer again. We might give this lad a run in Dundalk there in maybe around Christmas, and after that then he'll get his little break. He'll come back and to go hurling there for next year.
You give a lot of the young horses a run on the flat in Dundalk. Is that kind of something you always do?
No, I just give him a run. I give him a run on the flat there to get to know the horses more than that, and just see the jockeys what they say. Does he want fatter or want shorter? If you run a horse over 1.2 miles there, the boys are very good to come in and say he'll be better over 1.5 miles, and then if he's 1.5 miles, he's a 2.5 mile hurl horse. So you learn a lot from it.
Sky Ace, the one who gave you your first grade 1 winner.
Yeah, my first grade 1 winner, Sky Ace. She's in right form, so she is. And last year she got hurted on me. She got a chip in her knee, but has never come again. I ran her the other day in England, just giving her a first run over fences, and I was delighted. She finished 3rd, and she seems to be in great form and everything. She'll run over Christmas. Listen, she was my first grade 1 winner, and she was very good to me the whole year with a syndicate there again. She's going to be, I think she'll be a top class chaser down the road. I think that I think maybe chasing is her game, maybe more than hurling, but we're not. We'll see. We might go for the mare's hurl in Cheltenham with her. We'll wait and see how she improves and everything. But she's in good form, and we're ready to rock again with her. And I'm delighted to get 1 runner into her over fences there and got her around safe and sound.
And she gave her syndicate massive days after buying her cheap ladies.
She's an unreal mare. Like, she never let us down last year. Any time that we ever asked her to be there, she was always there. So she's a mare. She's a bit like Hewick there now. She's a mare of a lifetime.
And you think maybe the mare's chase in Cheltenham, might that be a target?
Well, either the chase or the hurl. We haven't made up our mind yet. We know she's a good hurler, and we'll give her a run at Christmas and see how she is, and then it'll give us a chance to go one way or the other way with her.
Shalikoff 3-year-old here?
Yeah, out of Waha Breeze. He's one of my best 3-year-olds this year, without a doubt. He's doing everything real right, and I like him a lot, so I do. He's more forward probably than the rest of the horses, but this lad seems to be very good. He's only 3. I put him into the bumper, the big bumper in the Land Rover bumper, and we'll probably go. I don't know if to go pint to pint in him or go bumper. And the man that owns him, I'll have to have a chat with him, but I just think this lad is a bit special. He worked this morning there now again, and he's after working 2 or 3 times, and he's very forward, and he's a horse. He's by Shark Hanlon, so like I don't know. I don't know how good he is, but I know that I think he's smart.
And your point of pointing was kind of always your game starting off. You think this fella might be go straight for bumper instead?
Oh, yeah, I do now. Now he jumps well and everything, but I'd hate to get this lad hurted. I think that he's a bit special. And Richard Egan below from Cork owns him. He might keep him, he might sell him. You wouldn't know what Richard would do. But if we went pint of biting him, he'd probably win and get sold. And I'd love to have a go at that £100,000 bumper, that Land Rover bumper.
So he's no name yet. We'd have to keep an eye out for the Shalakovs and the injuries.
Yeah, and he's done his Shark off in the yard.
Feeling freedom out here on a bit of a break.
Fighting freedom, yeah. He's to get in now here. Most of the horses get in now all day with me. This horse won a pint for Michael Goff, and I bought him. We ran him in the bumper there even. He ran very well. He wants a bit of nice ground again. Sold him to the syndicate, and the other day Tom Hamilton came in and he just said that he loved him. He said give him a nice bit of ground. He said, and he'll be the finest.
Hollow Star's trying to steal the camera, yeah.
Hollow Star's trying to steal the camera,
So he'd be out for a few months, so would he?
Well, I tell you, I'm going to give him a couple of weeks off and bring him back. We'll see. I might give him another run, maybe in a hurl before I let him off. Maybe like if the ground dried up, I'm hoping that the ground might dry up a bit again. If it did, it'd be lovely for like this, because he's a nice big horse, and if it dried up, it'd be brilliant.
So he's one you're looking forward to that.
He is, yeah. No, we'll have a lovely team of horses, I say, for the summer, and he's probably more of an autumn horse.
Oh, Hello Star, he fell last time out. Is he alright after that?
He's 100%. Came home out with 100%. He won very well in Galway. And I thought he'd run a big race the other day. Probably wouldn't have beaten the winner, but he would have been in the prize money. He's a lovely horse, not over big, but he's after winning plenty of hurl races. He won a bumper. He's after doing that nearly after asking him, and hopefully now he'll be ready there for Christmas, for one of the biggest ones at Christmas. He's Michael Mee owns this horse, and we're after having a lot of fun with him up to now. He's after winning in Galway 2 or 3 times there, and he was good in his chase in Galway, and now he's stepping up the ladder. If he's capable of doing that, I'm not sure yet, but he's definitely by are very friendly here. I'm hoping that he'll end up being a grade 2 horse or grade 3 horse somewhere down the road.
Little brother of Hewick here, you bought him at the sales the other week.
Yeah, he's by Affinity, which is very popular. He's thrown a lot of winners of Affinity, so this was at the sales. He's not over big, but he's plenty big. Hewick wasn't too big himself, I'd say, when he was a foal, but he's a great walking horse, this lad, and that's what I like about a foal more than that. And he's straight and he's a good walker, and it's great to have him here now because his brothers have been so good to us that to have another member of the family here. When the other lad, this lad will only be 4, when the other lad is 10, so he'll be looking forward to coming along.
He'll keep the dream alive. God, he's a savage, quiet horse, isn't he?
He's real quiet, and the other lad is the very same. He's as quiet as horse. Look, you come into the field there with a bundle of foals, and he took him out and just walk him, no problem whatsoever. Walk up straight, Chris. Just walk on up straight, yeah. But he's very straight, very correct, and a lovely quiet foal. They're out here now, they're getting plenty of meal and they have a bale of hay, and they love life, so to do. They're better off, I think foals are better off out than in. We have a rug on this lad and a rug on the other lad, and we'll put rugs on the others in the next week. But he's a great walking horse, so hopefully he's lucky as the other one.
Right, Shane, so here in Shark Hanlon's yard, you're kind of stable jockey to the yard now, are you?
Well, and conditional here.
Conditional, yeah. And what's your own background in racing? Are you from a horsey family?
Well, no, we're farming at home, and kind of just got into ponies and hunting and a few bits and pieces, and just kind of started from there.
And what's it like working here with Shark? He's obviously a bit of a character.
It is, yeah. No, it's busy now, but no, it's good, thank God.
A lot of horses in the yard. You're busy, plenty of lots today, I'd say.
Yeah, it's as busy as we're ever been now, so it's good complaint.
And what are your own plans for the season? You hope you're setting targets for yourself, ride so many winners, or?
Just ride as many winners as I can, stay sound, and see, hopefully pick a few winners up along the way.
Any horse you're kind of looking forward to particular in this year to ride maybe?
There's a couple of horses probably coming that came off the flat there that he's after buying recently. They seem nice at home anyway, but they have to do it on the track now.
Give us a name to follow.
I have a secret. He's a nice horse that came off the flat. He's should be out soon enough. He's a proper horse.
Looking forward to get up on him, so.
Yeah, please God, if he lets me.
Best of luck.
Thanks.
So Ronan McCrory here, stable amateur, I'm being told.
Ah, well, trying to be anyway.
What's your own background in horses?
I went to the racing academy in Kildare for the 11-month course, and after that I got sent to Conor O'Dwyer's, and then I moved on from Conor O'Dwyer's down to here.
How you find it working here with the Shark?
Yeah, it's delightful. He's very good to learn off, and there's a few nice horses in the yard for point to pointing, and hopefully I can get a few winners this year anyway.
Have you had many rides in the point to point so far?
I've had 3 rides just, and then I've had 2 in the qualified rider series on the flat. So
Hoping to kick on from here,
kick
so
on,
hopefully.
yeah. This year sort of kick on and get a few winners under my belt and try and make a name for myself.
And do you have set any targets for yourself this year to ride a few winners maybe?
I'd say I'd love to ride a winner up north, in one of the tracks up north, like Torella or any of them ones, but just anywhere really. I can't wait to get a winner for Shark and the team here. So yeah.
Very good. Any horse you think we should look out for this year?
There's a few horses. There's a horse on the flat that's really nice. I have a secret bought out of England. I like him, and yeah, there's a couple of nice horses in.
Any point to pointers you're looking forward to riding?
Ida, she should go well. She just needs to learn how to saddle.
You're looking forward to that, so
Yeah, I'm looking forward to riding her. So.
best of luck, Ronan.
Thank you.